how many podcast hosts actually follow their guests' advice. This is Betsy Bush from Your Creative Midlife. I've heard from a couple dozen guests all the different ways they've brought creativity into their lives. For me, the most intriguing one is the art of collage, bringing together paper materials glued to a backing. Inadequate definition, considering how varied the world of collage really is. That is certainly what I picked up from my guest, Lela Goldstein, who started her collage journey when she retired from her corporate communications career. Did you meet up with other collage artists? Was there a class you took? Those first little steps, those first baby steps, where did that happen?
Those first baby steps, I actually started, I did my first collage in 2017, and I did it all on my own. I looked up collage on Google. And I noticed there was a magazine called Collage, K-O-L-A-J, Collage magazine. So I subscribed to that, and man, all of these people are so talented. And I didn't feel like I was, not worthy. I felt like I was inspired, right? And so I couldn't do what they did. And there was a lot, what we call in the collage world, fussy cutting, which is very specific, very intricate cutting of paper and images. A few years later, I joined what I consider is like the best community of collage artists. It's called Collage Lab, and it's run by an artist named Kelly Schaub out of Rockport, Texas. And it's all online, and she literally has all over the world, collage artists from all over the world. And we all get together on Zoom for workshops, for, kind of keeping up with each other's work, sharing. There's a website that we can go to where we share our work. We can critique each other's work and encourage each other. Whenever anybody has a show that they're doing or a gallery that they're exhibiting in, we're there to cheer them on. Kelly has a YouTube channel.
Oh, great.
There's a lot of stuff on there that's for free. So if anybody wanted to start to kind of get a little bit of introduction to different techniques and what's out there, Kelly's YouTube channel it's called Collage Lab, and it's a great starting point.
This sounds like so much fun, right? But where to start? Where do you get your materials? And the idea of a paper swap sounds like so much fun. How does that happen? Or where do you go for that?
If you're addicted to paper like I am, you go to book fairs, you go to like those antique malls where they have old magazines
Sure,
and
yeah.
old cards. You can get old greeting cards. You can get actually old receipts from, stores, bank notes.
Wow.
There's a whole group of people who have mail art. They do mail art, and they pick up old letters and stamps, postage stamps, which I also have a bunch of. You can get them mainly at flea markets and places like that.
Interesting.
I also have a lot of antique books, and I've got a lot of, Dick and Jane primer books from the readers from the late 50s, early 60s. I even have one from the 30s. It's like a math book from the 30s with these incredible illustrations. Children's books. It just goes on and on. And then, of course, modern magazines as well, for a lot of graphic lettering, that if you want to have like different fonts of letters, you can pull those out of pretty much anywhere. It can be political, it can be fanciful, it can be disturbing. It's also surreal in many ways. And so you're not, interpreting necessarily like I did with the upstate New York, which is essentially a landscape, right? You can do that. But you can also do things that are a little bit more open to interpretation. And I really enjoy that about collage is that really when you sit down and do a piece, a lot of times, at least for me, I don't really know how it's gonna turn out until the pieces all start to come together.
Right.
And I create my own kind of scenario for what I think is happening. But somebody else, almost always somebody else will pull something else out of it and say, I think I see this. And then you look at it and you go, yeah, I didn't mean to do it, but I guess that fits, right?
I started on my own collage journey earlier this year, working in a mixed media class where I could use paint as well as collaged images. This is one of my first, which I call the afterlife of the canon, meaning the art history masterpiece canon. These come from a 1930s art history textbook. I'm imagining what these artworks do in their spare time, interacting with each other in some surprising ways. I created this in a class at the Pelham Art Center in Westchester County, submitted it to an exhibition at the Art Center, and it was accepted. So, my first work in my first show. Now I'm always looking for interesting papers to collage with, including old books. I found some old sheet music from the 1910s, cool but a little mildew smelly, and magazines. The next question is, where do I put it all? Can I share with you my latest masterpiece? It's right here. I challenged myself to make a collage out of all the junk mail that comes in my mailbox. And this is what I've got. I call it my Westchester mailbox. And, I have to laugh. Here's the sad dog from the ASPCA. Here's the happy dog whose owners have sprayed their lawn so there are no fleas and ticks. Here's the unhappy bumblebee who was saying, please don't spray your lawn because I need to live and please plant these lovely native flowers. And all around floating in the sky are all the pleas from all the vendors and advertisers. Save, spend, pay nothing, sale, 2 for $300. What a bargain. So you can literally collage with anything. I'd love to know if you're doing something creative in your midlife. Please reach out to me at yourcreativemidlife.com. And if you liked us, please give us a thumbs up and leave a review. Thanks again. I'm Betsy Bush.